We are live on the Squared Circle. It is Toyman Chris Hill. It is Jay Kirby back once again after touring, whatever you're doing, you know.
I've taken a brief. I don't want to call it a vacation. We'll call it a getaway.
There,
I've after everything that happened against Axel, I needed to go somewhere to get my mind right, get my body right. So I am just out and about on some, we'll say, some old locations that are near and dear to my heart in the wrestling business, and just getting ready for whatever comes next. I know I have CTW this Saturday, and then maybe someone got lucky, got his foot in the door for Metal Mayhem. I don't know yet. No one's told me anything yet, so I'm being very patient.
we will have all that information here very shortly, and I think you'll be happy. So, there.
Good to know.
But yes, we do have Metal Mayhem coming up next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
March 28th. I keep trying to fast forward a week and get it going. I think I was saying this Saturday last week too, but it was. But yeah, see, you're on the poster. You're on the poster.
All right, so I definitely have a match.
But we've got you on. It will be taking place at the Cleburne Conference Center. So you want to know, or you want to be at the Cleburne Conference Center. VIP is already sold out. So
wow.
And we had a big VIP section.
Yeah, this is
sold out.
This is a big venue for us. You know what's next is Ace. Oh, geez. If Ace wants a cage match, he can have one. No, this is a new not a new venue for us, but this is a newer venue. We don't usually get to run out of Cleburne Conference Center, so this is a big step for us.
It used to be our main place, but you know, we've gone to other places more recently, and
yeah. But this is for those of you who don't know, this is a very big venue size wise. So there will be. I'd like to sit here and say there's plenty of seats, but as we've already discussed minutes ago, the VIP section is almost twice as big as it usually is, and we're already sold out. So if Hammer bottom, as long as someone bottom, that's what's important to us. But there are plenty of seats left right now. Mm-hmm. But with the show that is on its way, I wouldn't wait. I would not hope to get tickets at the door. I would get those things in advance.
Taking the big section. I get it, Amber. There's yeah, there and front row is going. I mean, we have about 35 front row left. As you said, there's room for plenty of people in the. I'd love to say we're selling out the conference center.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, but there is plenty of general admission. But again, if you want to be close, front row for the cage match, then you need to get your tickets now at advancedprowrestling.com. So
cage matches, Chris. Cage matches. Yes, every match on this card is in a cage.
And it's going to be a big show. We know we have a couple of championship matches on the line. Mm-hmm. And we've announced a couple, because we know that Jack and Juicy will be taking on Bad Company. We know that Axel will be taking on Trey for the championship. But let's get into it and get through everything, because as we've said, there we go. So we will have a definitive champion come the 28th. Ocho Camacho stepping down as champion. And now it was Axel Savage beating you, I guess.
He was victorious.
He won the match, I guess. You know, he will be taking on Trey Jackson,
he definitively won his match.
Yes,
I know I wasn't here last week to discuss this, and I'll keep this as less about me as I can.
Okay,
but Axel, I mean, he brought it to me. I'm not going to lie. That was a tough fight. That was a tough match. There's a reason why he's a former heavyweight champion. He brought it. And I feel I brought as best as I could against him. And especially we can tell by this new attitude that he's got, this new way of thinking, we'll call it for now. He had to stoop to lower levels to win and to beat me. So he objectively won, but he subjectively in a bad way. And Trey, shout out to my good buddy Trey Jackson. Trey won his clean as a whistle, fair and square, middle of the ring. So what does that say about the competitors going into this title match? I could go all night, but I'm going to keep it to Axel's a tough competitor. He took it to me. I tried to take it back to him. Trey is on the rise. He's been on fire lately. And so with Axel successfully returning. Triumphant is a strong word. With Axel successfully returning, Trey with a swing of momentum, this is going to be worth the heavyweight title opportunity.
Yeah. And bringing this with this, Nick asked Axel if he was going to treat the cage match fairly, and Axel, in a very sinister way, and he's not wrong, he said he is not going to do anything that is not allowed in a cage match, which basically is almost anything.
Yes. Listen, and I could talk all night about the dangers of cage matches and how intense these get. But Trey is not a stranger to some hard stipulations. He is not a stranger to a death match or two. So don't excuse me. Don't count Trey out just because Axel's really comfortable inside the cage. Trey's tough. Trey's gone through some perilous matches of his own. So I don't think he's overlooking this or not appreciating the opportunity that he has earned for the heavyweight championship.
Yeah. So very much so. Yeah, got to do what you got to do because he's gonna take advantage of it for sure. Another match that's gonna be insane in the cage after the actions that have happened at every other time Bad Company has been around. Jack will be taking on Bad Company in a tag team steel cage match. I can only imagine what's going to happen when these two lock up in the cage.
Chris, for once, I think I'm happy that something is being put inside a cage because these four men despise one another. They hate one another. And the last time that they went at it, outside of the fact that Joey had war crimes perpetrated onto him, let's not forget that, by the way. Yeah. These four fought all over the building. They fought from the front to the back to the sides to the concession stand, through the merch tables and back to the ring. So maybe containing this much violence is probably not going to be safe for any of the four people. And I hope the referee is wearing gloves and a helmet. But and Tony Myers once again, interjecting while I'm trying to speak, and once again I'm ignoring him. These four men, for lack of a better term, they have to be put inside a cage because the level of carnage that these four are ready to perpetrate onto one another is ridiculous. It's beyond measure. So I think the only way they can settle this feud, these they're not even disagreements, they're just hatred.
Yeah.
Straight hatred. This is a blood feud. The only way this is getting settled is inside the cage. Nowhere for anyone to run, nowhere for anyone to hide. And I'll talk about him because I usually ignore him. And there is no way for Tony Meyer to interfere in this match because he will be locked outside of the cage. So it'll be 2-on-2, not 2-on-3 like it has been in the past.
Oh, put final nail. Yeah, we had that. So it's going to be bloodbath, I think. I mean, it just there will be blood.
Someone's going to win this match, Chris, and then someone's going to survive it. Are those people going to be the same team? I don't know. But someone's going to win, someone's going to survive, and we're going to crown tag team champions by the end of this.
Yeah.
Whether it be new champions or whether it be and still, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for Jacked and Juicy, but Bad Company's been doing some pretty awful stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen inside this cage, except for the fact that it's going to be horrifying.
Another feud that will be taking place in the cage. We will have the APW North Texas Championship on the line as Trent Mercer will face Chance Fortune for that championship.
The unparalleled one.
The last time these two met, they were on top of a ladder, beating at each other. And that
ending, because not that match. I'm not taking anything away from that match or the competitors in the match. But that ending still frustrates me. That these two were out there putting their lives on the line, quite literally. Chance jumped off the ceiling in order for to win the Cruiserweight Championship, only for Jack Calloway to be handed, be a nice little light toss the title back to him. But these two have unfinished business. And I'm pretty sure once they've been locked inside a cage, they're going to handle that business and they're going to fix it right then, right there. Chance has been, now correct me when I'm wrong, Chris, because I'm not as familiar with some of the title histories. But Chance has been a multi-time Cruiserweight champion, but I don't think he's ever won the North Texas title.
No, he has only won the Cruiserweight Championship. So
this is a shot at a title he's never won before. This is Trent's second defense, if I'm correct.
Believe so.
Yes, his second title defense. So we'll see if that sophomore album lives up to the first defense that he had. But these two don't like each other, Chris. They still, like we said, the last time they saw each other, they were beating the brakes off one another 15 feet in the air with inches between them and like severe injury, and they were still beating the crap out of each other. So I say we lock them in a cage and we let them solve it like men.
Now let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with the other two matches that we have for Metal Mayhem.
Hello from Stitches, Clings, and Things, where we offer custom t-shirts for personal wear or business apparel. We even offer vehicle decals and even custom crochet items like beanies, blankets, coasters, and more. Please contact through our social media platform on Facebook or call us at 817-666-8027 and even email us at stitchesclingsandthings@outlook.com.
Think you have what it takes to become a pro wrestler? Dream of hearing the crowd chant your name? Well, welcome to APW Training Ground, the official training school for advanced pro wrestling. Here you'll learn it all, from the fundamentals like rolls, bumps, and running the ropes to advanced techniques showmanship, and in-ring psychology. We don't just train wrestlers, we build future superstars. Whether you're chasing the spotlight or chasing greatness, it starts here. Join now. Email trainwithapw@gmail.com to start your journey today.
All right, we are back. I'm getting other messages saying that you can't use big words and then use dumb words. Jay, I don't know.
From who? Who said I use big words and then dumb words?
It's someone that you'll see on Saturday.
Oh, God.
Mr. Mosley is chiming in on.
Oh, gee. Okay. Okay. He's just, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Yeah. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to get myself in trouble tonight, Chris Hill.
Oh, you do your best there? Is that?
I'm gonna be a good little boy and not get myself suspended.
Let's see.
But we've got 2 more matches to talk about, Chris, and then we have a guest on tonight.
So where are your notes, Jay? So somewhere you got lost. Taco Bell.
All my notes are still in my office. I'm still on the road, by the way.
Still on the road there.
I am hundreds of miles. Let's see. I'm hundreds of miles away from my office, so I don't have my books near me.
All right. You ready for this one?
Oh, I'm ready. What do we got, Chris?
I know you're concerned. I know your drive, your fairness. You're wanting to make people live up to certain standards when it comes to matches.
Well, of course, when it comes, I've spoken on here before. I've been pretty bad in the wrestling business before, and so I strive to be better, and I only hope that people that I compete against or that I look up to in the pro wrestling business kind of live to those standards as well, especially if for the longest time that they have had those standards.
All right. Well, you're going to get your chance to have a match.
Okay.
The one and only natural born killer, Jack.
Oh.
Obviously, the Cruiserweight Championship will not be on the line.
Yeah, I don't think I qualify for that.
But this will be an opportunity for you to have some time with Jack in the steel cage.
See, this is an interesting match, Chris. Not only because I admire Jack's, there it is.
Yeah.
Hi, Ian. Nice to see you again. I admire Jack's ability. He's a younger gentleman in this business, so he's got unlimited potential. More time in front of him than he does behind him. The way that he has been acting, especially since becoming the AEPW Cruiserweight Champion, has particularly bothered me. He's weaseled his way out of title defenses, specifically against his match against Red Chambers for the North Texas title, where Trent Mercer attacked Red at the end of the match. He wasn't even technically involved in his Cruiserweight title defense in the ladder match, as the belt was kind of, like I said earlier, just kind of tossed his way. So I think this is a prime opportunity, Chris, a perfect opportunity for me to teach Jack just a little bit of a lesson on how I feel champions should act in APW. And if he doesn't agree with that, all he has to do is leave the ring.
All right.
Unfortunately for him, that's going to be a little bit difficult. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Well, you will have 4 walls around you to be able to help prove your point. So
exactly. So I'm looking forward to maybe taking Jack Calloway down a notch or 2. Just take a couple pegs off that ego. And I'm not going to lie to you, Chris. I'm going to be very blunt and very honest. I loves me a cage match. I feel at home inside a steel cage. So Jack is walking into a precarious situation. to say the least.
Brandon really wants you to face Ace again. I get.
I'd love to wrestle Ace again.
Yes, John. I think Rocky is a little bit.
For once, I might have to agree with old Big John again. It's crazy. Oh boy.
Oh,
what did Ian have to say about me?
Acting
like a champion, acting like the face of the company. Teach him a lesson. The only lesson you can teach is how to order Krispy Kreme. I'll have you know, Ian, I am down 15 pounds. Okay, I have been eating fantastically. I've been doing everything to get my body in tip-top prime condition. So Krispy Kreme has not been on my diet as of late, which makes me sad because I do love Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Have not had
the sacrifices have to be made so that I'm ready to step inside a steel cage, Chris.
There you go. One more match to talk of, and it will be our guest later tonight. We'll have him on just after 8 o'clock. But it will be Boom Boom Brandon Groom taking on Chris Chaos.
The Boom is back.
The Groom is back. Another Chris Chaos, another protege or companion,
associate
of Mercer and Calloway. So
workplace colleague.
Mm-hmm.
This will be interesting. We have, ironically, we have not seen Mr. Boom, Brandon Groom, since. Thank you, John. We have not seen Mr. Groom since last year's Metal Mayhem, which he competed for the North Texas title against Xander Slade and Red Chambers.
Correct.
Both men would go on to carry the North Texas title throughout the year. Excuse me. But he showed some real fire, some real heart in last year's cage match and that triple threat for the North Texas title. So he's a tough competitor. He's got that certain something that makes him stand above his competitors. I don't know how I feel about Chris Chaos, especially with his association with Jack Calloway and Trent Mercer. I can appreciate that he is a talented young man, showed off some incredible ability at the Cruiserweight Showcase.
Mm-hmm.
Really took it to Chance Fortune, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he did wrestle Chance. Yeah, he wrestled Chance in the first round. And had a pretty, at the time, I questioned it, I won't lie, but a pretty sound strategy of trying to wear out Chance's shoulder, that rotator cuff before the title match. And it bothered Chance for most of the ladder match too. So he's got, I don't want to say he's got a good head on his shoulders, but he's got a smart head on his shoulders. He's been hanging around Jack and Trent, so he's got that calculating mindset, that game plan in the back of his brain. Rookie numbers. Hey, I'm just it's one day at a time. Everyone hating on me.
Hey,
doing it. I'm trying to do this from a remote location.
I've heard
so
Amber's
I don't have everything ready in front of me.
I hear Amber's been tearing things up on that weight loss.
Yeah.
Regimen as well. So,
but he had a sound strategy. So he's got the technical mind. He's got the calculated plan in the back of his brain. Probably has a plan from Jack and Trent going into this match against Mr. Groom.
Yeah.
But Mr. Boom Boom is no slouch. He's a tough competitor. He's going to bring a bit of that rock and roll, if you will, to the cage match. So it's going to be an interesting fight, to say the least.
All of it going down next Saturday, March 28th at the Cleburne Conference Center. As I said, the VIP is sold out. There's still limited front row tickets left. The good thing about the Cleburne Conference Center, we have plenty of room for general admission. But if you want to get close, you gotta get your tickets early. So that
you got to get your tickets early. Period. This is going to be a hell of a show. This is going to be a heck of a show. Get your tickets early. I'm just catching strays all night tonight.
There we go. Yeah.
Anyway, get your tickets early, because it may be a big venue, but we're going to pack the house, and you do not want to miss out on this phenomenal card. We have some great matches ahead. 3 huge title matches.
Yeah.
So don't miss out. All 5 matches.
If you could cut some more weight before then, you might get a cruiserweight shot. That's.
I don't know about that.
No, okay. There.
Maybe if I had another month, I might be able to make it. Yeah. 2 more weeks? No. I'm at North Texas weight right now. I don't know if I'll hit cruiserweight.
But all of it going down in just
2 weeks.
A week. We're ready. We're counting it down. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get going and get things going. But let's take another commercial break, and then we'll be back with our guest for the evening, Mr. Brandon Groom, who's standing by. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
Are you ready to start your fitness journey today, but don't want to deal with the hassle of big, overcrowded franchise gyms, or tired of waiting on gym equipment? Then head down to AFC Advanced Fitness Center in Keene, Texas, where we're locally owned and operated. That's 2221 FM 2280 Keene, Texas, where we offer several different memberships starting out at $23.99. We also offer 24-hour memberships and also tanning. Don't forget to call us and ask us about our first responder discounts and our educator discounts, and also veteran discounts. Call us at 817-506-0003. That's 817-506-0003. Call us today and let's get healthy together.
Looking for unbeatable daily deals on the hottest vapes and treats? Head to Vapor Labs. Discover amazing sales on Geek Bars, Core Infinity Vapes, and a variety of delicious gummy treats. Find us at 1301 West Henderson Street, Suite 1, Cleburne, Texas, right between World Gym and Bright Dental. Don't miss out on your next great deal at Vapor Labs, your one-stop shop for all things vape and more.
Are you enjoying watching full episodes of Advanced Pro Wrestling on the DC Network? Well, why not catch a live show? Advanced Pro Wrestling is bringing action throughout the year in Johnson County. Catch one of our shows live in Cleburne or Alvarado, Texas. But what are you waiting for? Visit advancedprowrestling.com and get your tickets today for the next live show, and come be a part of the APW experience.
It is Metal Mayhem coming up in just over a week. It'll be next Saturday, March 28th at the Cleburne Convention Center. So used to saying Jan Long. I got a Cleburne Convention Center this time. We get huge matches, 5 big matches, all in a steel cage. Ready to go.
Chris, it's a big venue. It's a big card. It's a big show. So do not miss out. We cannot tell enough people. It's Diet Mountain Dew, dang you. Okay.
It's still not going down. It's full every time you take a drink.
Well, that's because I'm refilling it. Yeesh.
There you go. There. All right. Well, let's get to our guest tonight. He's been patiently waiting. We'll bring on Mr. Boom Boom, Brandon Groom. Jamming out tonight.
Mr. Groom, welcome.
Hey, it's good to be here. Road stop, don't mind me. We've got better lighting than in the dark car, and boom, we're on the road.
There we go. Thank you for taking time and joining us tonight. Very, very excited to have you on.
Yeah, man, it's good to be on. You try to always stay on, really. You know, whether you're on the podcast or on in life, got to turn that switch up and just that's what bringing the boom is all about, and that's what I try to live by. And I appreciate you doing the podcast and having me on, man, and getting the word about independent wrestling and wrestling in general out there, man. That's what's up. I appreciate it.
Absolutely love it. My passion is, I found this. What are we at? Probably 3 years ago, and I've been hooked. So,
I don't want to talk about how long I've been watching independent pro wrestling. It's been a long time. No, I'm very much with you, Mr. Groom. I was at a show before the podcast, left the show to come record and talk more about pro wrestling. So it's been a wrestling heavy night for me.
Man. You're able to absorb it, obviously.
there you go.
Absolutely.
Try not to be too much. Probably already am, but it's all right.
Amber's wanting to flex there.
But don't tempt me with a good time. Look,
There you go.
Boom.
man. I was on a program with one of my trainers at Body Progression Gym, and we have other trainers. I'm like, man, let me see what their program's about. My squats have been getting better, my lower body and core, but man, I've been missing the arms, so I started bringing those back tonight. So I'm gonna bring that back. This bodybuilding program for this Heart of the Lion show got coming up, and just really this next season, which is really WrestleMania season, right?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. Heard you guys talking about the APW, right? Show.
Yeah, we're coming. APW Metal Mayhem coming up next Saturday. Got you taking on Chris Chaos.
Yes.
You familiar with Are you familiar with the young man?
A little bit. I looked at his profile. I like to size up my opponents and kind of in all kinds of ways. And man, I know he's got talent. I know he's a high flyer. I know he can bring it. I know he can lay him in there. So I've been told. I mean, but that's all right because I like that. I'm ready. I always want to have a good match. I think one of you guys saying something about people needing to try to bring their best or train in pro wrestling and try to be better all the time. Come on, yeah. I try to do that even after 27 years in the business, and I hope Mr. Chaos is too. I'm sure he is, because that's how you really bring the boom.
I know that you're no stranger to the cage match, but this is Chris's first time in the cage, so you're going to be able to teach him a few things, maybe.
People haven't had a cage match. That's true. A lot of people haven't. I didn't know that though, so now I get a little extra insight on Chaos. So yeah, maybe I can teach him a lesson and get an advantage at the same time.
Yeah, he posted online that this is his first cage match, so I was like, all right, that answers that question there.
More pressure to make it a good one for him. Hey, I don't mind a little pressure.
Looking for a Boom and Haas matchup.
I'd love that.
I don't think
I'd
the dance
love
would
to
end.
watch it.
I think the whole entrance would be dancing, and that would be.
Well, that'd be most of the match anyway, but I'd be okay with it.
Not much dancer, Let's keep that on the down low. But yeah, he'd probably win in the dance contest. But I could probably, as long as he has never played guitar before, just like the case.
So you said you've been in the business for 27 years.
7 years.
So what got you interested in wrestling?
It was that moment, I think, at around 10 years old where, my mom and dad were going through separation and divorce, that kind of stuff. And it was just hard time in life. And I found something that made sense as far as good versus evil and something to grab onto. And I was like, hey, you know what? This is something that makes sense when all this chaos is going on in life. And I think that's what really got me hooked, if you will. And that's why I love doing it, because it changed this 10-year-old boy. And if I can help other people, whether they're young age or old age or in between, that's what I still do it for after all these years.
Any matches that you think fondly of over your career?
Well, one that just popped in my head that usually doesn't is a time where I was getting a lot of WWE matches, velocity, some tryout matches, whatever, if you will. And so was Gunner Scott, who was on WWE for a while.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, we were both from Oklahoma. He went off to, I think, APW in California, somewhere like that, and then came back, and we just had some bangers. And he was awesome for me to sharpen my skills with. And when he got signed, we had one final match, with me versus him, and that was just an awesome match. And I don't know why that popped in my head, but I figure I'd be just truthful. At least say that one, and then over the matches that I've had, right?
Yeah.
The years, man, it was just a lot of them, countless. I love the matches I've had with Booker T, Matt Hardy, Gold Dust, those kind of people. Or it's hard to compare on that. But it's nice to not really be able to pick out just one certain. I think it's been a lot.
No, that says a lot to have a repertoire that you're proud of. So
it's a good problem to have. So many memorable matches.
Telling you, man. And really, I plan on making this one with Chris Chaos memorable in the cage. So maybe that'll be the next thing I talk about, whatever, on another podcast.
So I gotta ask the question, Brandon. We saw you last year in Metal Mayhem in the triple threat match with Xander and Red, and now you're back again, cage match against Chris Chaos. I know some people walk into cage matches hesitant. They understand the danger of a cage match. Other people, kind of like myself, walk in excited. Do you find yourself comfortable in cage matches? Is it like a home turf advantage for you, or is it just it seems like a match type that suits you well?
Probably had 4, maybe 5, 6, 7. That's probably 4 to 6 cage matches. I don't really know. That's what the cage does. But I feel comfortable in it, man. And you know what? That's not to count too the MMA matches I had. In 2010, about 2000, I want to say 18, maybe 17. 17 had MMA matches, and those were cage matches too. And I think those were was the first cage matches. And I'm telling you that after doing pro wrestling for 13 years, stepping in the MMA cage, I was like, hey, you know what? Looked around the lights, felt the mat, saw the cage. I was like, this isn't too much different than pro wrestling, other than I'm in a cage. And so I mean, with the 4 to 7 pro matches that I've been in and the MMA cage matches, really, I don't fear anything, on this earth, that is. So take that, and I'm comfortable with the cage, with that being said.
Now, I know you asked if it matches that you were in. Are there any memorable matches that you have that you've watched others, whether on the big show or independents or anything?
Well, I mean, I was very inspired by, when I was about 10 or 11 years old, when I saw Hulk Hogan versus Sergeant Slaughter and Ultimate Warrior versus Macho King Randy Savage for the retirement 7. And there's been a lot of great matches. I mean, that's so cool that these eyes have been able to see a lot of great matches where I can't even really say there's 1 or 2 or whatever. It's just like those are the first ones that popped in my head when I was really influenced, as a child there with pro wrestling. And golly, those, you could probably look back at those matches and people could pick them apart or whatever. But hey, they got you right here, and that's a lot what our business is about. So, I mean, I would just have to say there again, those are the 2 that pop in my head when you say that, and I could just start. If I had to go on, I could probably name 20 more.
We're probably in the same generation, because I grew up Saturday night's main event. Started on watching them on NBC, and it was.
Hey, I was about to say, and it goes with my, well, I mean, you call it your gimmick or your character or whatever, just you turned up all the way. I mean, really, I was born in 1980. I'm an 80s baby, man. I was like, hey, enough with that attitude. The golden era was.
I'm with you there. I always say, my looking back on it now, probably not as big of a deal, but Hogan against Warrior was like my oh wow, it's
That's crazy, man. I started watching the year after, or kind of like around the SummerSlam Royal Rumble time after that match. And then I went back. I was like, oh man, this. Yeah, that was just. I'm sure that was insane for people watching live or whatever else. And and hey, a good match for those guys there again that meant a lot. Maybe it wasn't the most technically sound or whatever. Mm-hmm. But hey, I'm nobody to. I don't think anybody else is to bash on their match or any match they ever had.
Yeah.
Those guys, biggest stars ever.
For me, as a kid, I mean, I was in. I was drawn in. It was ready,
Yeah. I take a lot of influence also for those guys. Since we're talking about them, it's like we mentioned Hogan, Macho Man, and Ultimate Warrior, and I mean those three as stereotype, or cartoony, or whatever people want to call them, and they have influenced me hard ever since then, since 1990. Mm-hmm. And got a little bit of Macho Man going on, a little bit of Hogan going on. Ring attire outfits a little warrior-ish, but it's not to copy any of them or be like them. There's only one warrior, Macho Man or Hogan, but it's, hey, what'd you get from all of them? And that's where you make it your own, and that's where the boom's all about. Bringing the boom, which, let me just clarify real quick, that is nothing I came up with, although it fits 100%. I made it fit. Larry Sabisco, I got to live with him, and he's still a good friend of mine. In 2015-16, I moved to Florida for a little bit and rented a room here with a guy that had Larry Sabisco was another guy that rented a room, and Larry's still there. And it's man, it was so cool, and we just chilled on the couch quite a bit, and watch TV, and he make up things like, what's it, Groom, boom, 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 hey, boom, is that you? Yeah, boom, boom, Groom with the big arms. Yeah, I could see that. That's something like Rob Van Dam, and I was like, huh. It took me 10 years to really, grab it. And I was like, oh, boom, I don't know. But that's where that name came from. And then making my own, I said, all right, boom. I always did Always Believe and the Power of Love, baby. But really, boom to me means best on our mission, because we're all on a mission, And then if you bring the best on your mission, that's bringing the boom. So just to clarify.
Very nice. I like that.
No, that's awesome. I definitely dig that.
Make sure y'all didn't think I took it from just a comic book.
I mean, even if you did steal it from a comic book, I'm not going to fault you for it.
All right,
Chris literally has the Infinity Gauntlet behind him. He's not going to fault anyone.
I'm a toy man. You can't either. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be right back with more with Mr. Brandon Groom.
Hi. Welcome to Henson Photography. We do all kinds of photos. Sports photos, family photos, and shows like APW. We have done rodeos, volleyball, basketball, cheerleading, color guard, promos, and many more. Henson Photography is family owned and ran. So come check us out on Facebook at Henson Photography, and we will see you at the next show.
Let's be real. No one likes being locked into a contract or getting hit with surprise fees. At Advanced Fitness Center, we keep it simple. No contracts, no cancellation fees, and no nonsense. You pay month to month, and if life happens and you need to cancel, no problem at all. No headaches, no fine print, just a great gym that works with your schedule and budget. So, if you're tired of the runaround from other gyms, come see what makes AFC different.
Is AFC home of the APW training grounds where they're at right now, making up the new generation. I think some of them might be testing out tonight. I've heard they're doing testing, so we may have some new wrestlers very soon.
Some new faces.
New faces.
Oh.
But so, Brandon, any advice you have for young wrestlers that just getting into the business, what they should be looking out for?
Well, three things. Let me try to come up with 3 things. The first one's on the tip of my tongue. We've already talked about it. Is train with a reputable trainer, someone maybe that has gone some places. A lot of people can, I don't know, I even say gone some places. It's just like, I've learned, as I was trained in a Tulsa promotion called Oklahoma Pro Wrestling. And man, God bless the guy. I'm so glad we had a promotion to be at. There was a good crowd. I mean, I'm glad I got to train 30 minutes away. Otherwise, I'd have probably just had to find a way to go to Harley Races School, which, if I could go back in time, young wrestler, I would have done. Harley can make sure you're not missing anything. Or guys that have been there can make sure you're not missing anything. Or guys that have trained with guys that have been there, whatever. And there were some things that I missed just training in Oklahoma. And when I had my first WWF at the time match and exposure and all that, and I was in the ring, and we got to practice in the ring a little bit. And it was just way different than it is now if you go back there extra and stuff. But Dean Malenko was kind of like telling us, I was like, hey, well, grab the wrist here and this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, why wouldn't I ever talk that stuff? And I get that, there's levels to the stuff and all that, but it's just, train. A lot of people can figure out how to take falls and bumps and all that kind of stuff. But, if you have that extra detail and you're not missing anything, it really pays off. And, if nothing else, even no matter who you get trained by, though, or whatever your availability is, man, keep learning, keep going to seminars, because the seminars are so, much more out there than I ever knew way back when in 99 or 98. And you can get training by seminars also. You can get training online. Mike Quackenbush, man, is great with that Till We Make It YouTube channel. Oh, it's been awesome. I went to one of his seminars. I've been doing this 26 years at the time, but last January of 2025, I went to a Mike Quackenbush seminar in, I think, Lawton, Oklahoma. Golly, can't think of the name right now. But anyway, I went to his seminars and I'd been watching him on Till We Make It. And I was like, hey, man, I do, I do personal training of other trainers and stuff as well. And I was like, hey, how much are you to do some personal training with? And so I meet with him since last January of 25, every 3 weeks for an hour on Zoom. And that man has helped me tremendously with all kinds of things. And that's just awesome. So you can get a Zoom coach, you can go to seminars, take your training serious. Here's another thing, what I see with a lot of the great trainers, whether it was guys at FCW or the NXT, before it was NXT, it was FCW, and then Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull, got to retrain with him. And it's serious, intense. Like, you don't play around. It's like, oh, well, this is how we do this in wrestling. No, it's like, this is how we do this in wrestling. You're there, man. You're bringing it 1,000% in your training, just like you do in the ring. And then you can take that to your workout training, your food training, your promo training, and your in-ring training. A lot of people, even me before, just think that's what it's all about. So I hope that answers some questions. Maybe that was 3 things right there. But,
that works. Yeah. No, very good.
Thank you. No.
This next generation, man, wrestling keeps getting more. It keeps growing, and it keeps evolving. And you can almost say people are getting better as it evolves. So you don't get left behind. And man, it's fun to get better too. It might be a little struggle, but hey, it's a lot more struggle being behind and wishing you were what you really wanted to be in wrestling. Right?
Absolutely. So. All right, so Ian's on in the chat, and he used to co-host with me and always ask the question. And so, in his honor, I'm going to ask the question of
what is dishonor.
It's a PG-13 show, so keep it clean. But any wild stories from the road that is family friendly?
Well. First time I met Manny Fernandez, start there, in Arkansas, a show, we wrestled each other, and then, he almost came up with a victory. He ended up winning and that kind of deal, but he was like, hey, man, kid, you're not bad. I want to take you to California, and, we're gonna go to this place in California, Lucha Extreme. And I was like, all right, this guy's probably not, I didn't expect him to call me the next week, but he did. He's like, hey, you ready to go? So, okay, yeah, we're driving to California. So, much less the road trips, but even that first night, I think we went out afterwards or so, and we were at a Motel 6, and Manny, man, he was like, he's probably 56 years old or something, but he wasn't even like really that drunk or whatever, but he decided to get up on the balcony of a Motel 6 that we were all staying in and urinate on this guy's Camaro that was down below. And I was like, this guy's car. Dude, what are you? And then the guy comes out. It's 4 a.m. I don't know how the guy knew. Maybe it was loud on the windshield. But then the guy come out and is like, dude, really? You pissed on my car? Really? And he goes, yeah, I really am. I'm really pissing on your car. And I'm like, God. Cops came, and I was like, oh my God, man, he was like, what? It's FERNANDEZY, like Fernandez E or something like that. When they was trying to ask his name, sir, it's not coming up. And he kept saying why, and they're like, sir, Fernandez is not spelled with a Y. He's like, no, I'm asking you why are you asking me? And I'm like, Manny, chill out. I was like, I'm fixing to fight the bull, and I just met him. But golly, the guy, I don't know how we got out of that. I traveled the road with Manny. The guy, I think he has some PTSD. He claims, yes, and I believe it. I've had him stay with me. We got to be really close, and we've got in a lot of fights too. Not physically, but pretty close. And I remember one time I woke up in El Paso. It was like 7 a.m, and I mean, he built up my driving endurance in all kinds of ways. But like 7 a.m, and he's like, "Oh, sucker, sorry, sucker," and he got to ram this guy's car to the side when we were on the freeway, and this poor Hispanic guy was like, ha, ha. He's like halfway smiling, but like trying not to die either. And Manny was just, in this devil mode. I was like, hey. But Manny, just after all that, that's my story. But Manny never charged me for the training he gave me. And he got me a lot of places, he really did. But one of his friends, Freddie Vanderberg, I think his name is, in South Carolina, said, oh, he ain't going to charge you for that training. But you're going to pay for that training. I guarantee you. You're gonna pay. And I did. And I mean, Manny, I'd like to reconnect with him. I don't know that he wants to really reconnect with me, but I think he's doing good in El Paso, and he's I think he's going to his church quite a bit, and that's good. And he's I think settled down for sure. He's sounding good the last time I talked to him. So, but I was, hey, that's one deal though. I don't care. Like, I learned everything I wanted to learn. I was like, all the little questions I had, all the things I never was for sure I really knew. It's like, man, I got to ask this guy who was in with the NWA, with Dusty Rhodes, with Dick Murdoch, with all these people that translated into the golden era of the WWF and all that kind of stuff. It's a big circle, and there's different flavors of ice cream in wrestling, but there's some things that are universal, and it was nice to be able to grab that universal type stuff and be like, okay, this is eternally true. I like to use that word, my favorite thing, but this is true for pro wrestling. Okay, this isn't just the way somebody does it versus the way someone else does it. It's like you want things that are going to stick, And I learned a lot of that from Manny. I'm grateful, despite crazy times.
Despite living up to the nickname Raging Bull.
Oh my God, that was nice. That was low key for what yeah. It makes a Raging Bull look like a princess, I love it. I do. Yeah.
Anybody that you have not faced yet that you would like to face? Have you had any?
Right now, I was really pressing on the NWA, and I am the NWA Dog Pound Heavyweight Champion, Texas promotion. It's NWA Texas, and ran by Rodney Mack. And man, I'm telling you what, it's been awesome, because one of the big draws for me wanting to be there was not only working with Rodney Mack, who's a great soul himself, but and great in the ring and all that. We've got some battles, and it's been cool. But the talent down there, man. Like, there again, you got people linked up with Rodney Mack, who's been there and all this stuff, and you get good matches with good talent and all that kind of stuff. Then it trickles up to, APW, them, and you're helping the whole business that way. So matches. What was your question again? Sorry.
Just anybody that you're looking for, you would like to wrestle that you haven't yet.
Right now, it's just kind of like, I was really pressing toward the NWA. I'd love to wrestle the NWA World Champion Thrillbilly and all that kind of stuff. But man, it's just kind of like right now, I feel like my wrestling's always been for a purpose. I've always tried to grab onto what that is and what I thought it looked like, which was WWE, and I would have given my left arm to be there full time. And now it's like, hey, I'm ready to wrestle. I'm ready to wrestle the dark force. I bring the power of love, and that's the power of Boom Boom Brandon Groom. It's the power that can live inside each and every one of you. And so that's my promo. That's who I am inside. I'm ready to wrestle any dark force. Man, there's so many people out there that are looking to suicide or just depression. And I pulled up here in Mississippi a second ago, and this guy's like, man, can you have any couple of dollars? And I'm like, I'm just trying to get something to drink. And I'm like, what are you trying to get to drink? And he's like, well, it's really a beer, man. I'm sorry, I'm homeless, I'm stressed out, and I just, man, it's the only thing that helps. I'm like, well, do you know Jesus? And he's like, well, I'll tell you the truth, I really don't believe in him. I said, man, that's the problem. I said, dude, he's created for a purpose, the power of love. That's God created you for a reason, and you need to pray and just be like, hey, man, if you're real, change my life, change my inside, show me the right path to be on. And that's really what the true heels, the true enemy is. That's who I want to wrestle, because that's really what's going to be the most meaningful. If I had an opponent, right, that I want to wrestle, it'd be because it's going to be meaningful in some way, right? Well, that's the opponent I want to wrestle. And I hope that answers your question.
No, very good. Nice message to end on there. I appreciate that. So there's a lot of misery in the world. Let's bring some happiness to it.
Absolutely.
I don't know how often I get out. I'm in my gym world, my wrestling world. I see stuff, but man, I don't really see stuff. And I don't know that anybody does. There's a lot going on out there. There's a lot of kids that are into drugs, pills, suicide, just a bunch of crap. This is what I meant for that, man. It's a bunch of crap. And that's one thing I love about wrestling, that I know it helped as a young man, that was a young boy that was struggling in life, and probably could have went a whole different direction. Definitely. I was raised in a good home, but I could have went a whole different direction. And I want to help other people like that. And that's my real mission. That's who I want to wrestle for and about. And that's what Boom Boom Brandon Groom's all about in this career going forward.
All right. Well, thank you. Well, be safe on the road out there. We will see you next Saturday at Metal Mayhem here in Cleburne, Texas. Looking forward to it. Get your tickets now, guys. AdvancedProWrestling.com. It's we want to see you all there. Brandon, we'll see you there, and we'll all be there. So, thank you so much for your time tonight. Appreciate it.
You got it.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, that'll do it for us for tonight, and we will be back next week as we do our final bit into it. So. Jay, thanks.
Yeah, we've got roughly 9 days until Metal Mayhem. So come back next week for our last broadcast before Metal Mayhem. Get your tickets ahead of time. This may be a big venue, but that doesn't mean we're not going to sell it out. So don't miss this big show, this big card, and this big venue. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Have a great one, guys, and we'll see you.